definitely not the league. But this building is not the league. The women on your team are the Junior League of Austin, each one of them. And so you want to be aware. And then you want to be aware of what's going on in other parts of the league. You're very large, but you don't operate in isolation. What happens in membership affects cookbook. What happens in fund development affects planning. What happens this is one league, one membership, and one mission. So it's going to be important that you work really hard to connect those on your team with this bigger thing that you really can't see called the Junior League of Austin. So this awareness piece. And then being aware of what's going on in the nonprofit sector. What are some of the changes? The things that Gregory talked about, a lot of these are things that have been instituted by the government. You know, you just can't go out and just, you know, this is my cousin, she got the cupcake shop, so we're going to give her the bid and she can charge us $50 for a cupcake. You know, you can't do that. You can't legally do that. You have policies, you have procedures. The other reason to learn that is if you understand that or aware of that and the women on your team, they can operate in any nonprofit in the country. Because the league is giving you these tools. You have everything that you need. So you want to be aware. You also need to be aware of when somebody's getting fragile. The league is not the place where you just let people walk off the cliff. We have to help women understand that we care more about her than we care about the project. That we care more about where she is and what she's trying to do and what can we help her do. Because we don't know what she'll come back and do years later. We don't know. The league may be the only thing that she's got going for her right now. There was a story of a woman that was a woman in a board meeting in Kentucky. And we were sitting there, we were talking, you know, I was doing my thing. And we were talking about their work in the community and how they felt like that some of their members were not connected to it. And she said, everybody has to understand how it all works together. And then she started crying. I was like, oh gosh, they're never going to back me back. I made this woman cry. And she started telling her own story that she had never told anyone in the league before. She told the story of having come from Georgia out of an abusive relationship when she was, I think, 19. And she was pregnant and she was by herself. And nobody knew where she was. And she went to a public hospital to have her baby. And the social worker came in and brought her a layette with little clothes and hats and, you know, booties and all that. And she said to the woman, I didn't order that. I can't afford that. And the lady said, no, this is for you. And she says, where did it come from? And she said, some women, they call themselves the Junior League, and they're trying to help women. And she said she was so amazed because she really had nothing for the baby. And then there was a little note in there that said, congratulations on your baby. You know, we take all this baby shower stuff, you know, like extreme baby showers, you know, baby shower, you know, super sweet baby showers, you know, you got people hanging from the ceiling and all that kind of stuff. And she said there was a little note in there, and obviously it was in a woman's handwriting, and it said, congratulations on the birth of your baby. I hope you will be a good mom. We hope you enjoy these items for your baby. God bless you, and we wish you well. And it was just signed the Junior League. She asked the woman who were these women, and the woman gave us some information, and she decided then that she was going to find out who these women were. Well, fast forward to 20 years later, she's done very well. She went to college, she married well. The woman was wearing jewelry, she married very well. And she's an independent businesswoman, and she had never told that story before, and she told it that night, and we were all in tears. And she said, you have to understand what this is really all about. This is about women touching each other, inside and outside. And she said, that's what it's really about. That's why this healing piece is so important. That's why the empathy piece is so important. That's why the awareness piece is so important. Then persuasion. You have a lot of rules in this league. You have a lot of requirements in this league. Servant leaders rely on persuasion rather than positional authority. Morgan is not going to run around and say, I'm the president, do what I tell you to do. That wouldn't work very well, because she sees herself as a servant leader. And you must be a servant leader. Why should a woman attend your committee meetings? What's in it for her? Why should she attend a general membership meeting? Not because she's going to get meeting credits. That doesn't go much past Miss Pruitt. My grandson loves getting stickers that will probably